Damn bocces. Disgrace to all light monsters. Take a look at that. That's garbage. One box, 4 bocces. Garbage. Waste of deck space. Waste of everything. Waste of paper. Toilet paper.
Yeah, guys. It is our opening results, and here we have our notable comments.
Yeah, we pulled all commons and rares. Just kidding. So, just a few comments on some of the cards that we actually pulled. Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. It was surprisingly only one, so it is short print. All these rares over here, the really random rares, happen to be short prints, and there weren't many duplicates. So just, Onceagaindreamer's just going to scroll down through those.
Then we got the Fairy Cheer Girls, and yeah, more rares.
As you can see, there's a lot more Xyz monsters that are coming out, which is asking, or Konami's trying to ask us to get more into Xyz, which is surprising, but they're making a lot of them lower rarities in order for people to be more involved with the game, even though obviously they're not quality Xyz monsters.
Yeah.
King of Feral Imps was surprising to be common, as a lot of reptile players, a lot of worm players seem to want to play it. I wanted it to be a super, but common's fine. I got 3 of them, so. And now on to the dragons. Now the dragons are really interesting because everyone thought they were going to be hyped, but as you can see, they're one of the more common rares. I mean, I don't think we've had more than 6 out of any common card, and we got 6 burners. Lightnings were also at 4, Reactins were 3, Streams were 3, which is really interesting because they're not considered to be short print anymore. They are pretty common, which means if people realize this, the prices will go down.
Yep.
As for Mind Drain, the side deck card, I believe it is healthy for the game that it is more common, because that means there are more side deck cards for players to choose from. And it's a common, which makes it sustainably cheap. But I can tell that as you can go down the line for the Drain cards, they are getting cheaper, which is, I would say, as a player, good for the game.
Here we got the big whale.
And
don't forget the big whale.
Yep. 3,000 defense. What a tank.
Okay, and now we move on to the stuff that we really want to talk about, which are the big rulers. We actually, in my opinion, got lucky because in the standard box, most people would see 2, and we happened to pull 3. We pulled 3 of the best ones, to be honest. Even though they're getting reprinted, the rares still go for sustainable value because they are playable early.
Yeah.
But
they could basically fit into almost like any deck except for like lights and darks.
Yeah.
Like in Harpies, we could just use Tempest. In Mermails, we could use Tidal, and in Labels, we could use Blasters. In Fire Kings, there's a lot of decks to put them in.
One thing I also want to say is how it is fair that you get 1 per box or 2 per box, because it doesn't mean that Dragon Ruler players are going to run rampant like in the OCG, like how if you look on Shriek, about 80% of all decks that top are Dragon Rulers or E-Dragons.
Incarnate Dragons.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did, or the fact that you can't just buy a box and have play sets, to me is fair, because it means that more TCG players need to work to get them, which is why you don't see them topping as hard as Mermails, because they did make Abyss Rising and Cosmo Blazer just based on Mermails, and then you would see rampant numbers. But the fact that they've limited the number of actual Dragon Rulers per deck, or no, it's not per deck, per box, it actually means that there's more of a variety for the game.
Yeah, but I'd prefer Mermails instead of Dragon Rulers.
Everyone would.
Yeah.
Everyone would.
Yeah.
Trifortress Ops, the TCG exclusive, against the elemental dragons or dragon rulers. I personally wanted them to be more common, even though we got 2. It just means that they're short print, but I guess it just means that it's more of an exclusive card. For people to play dragon rulers and elemental dragons and to play against it, it's more like an exclusive game within Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously top tier, but I can totally see this being used in the future, but people probably won't pick it up as quickly simply because it is a short print, which kind of makes me sad. But then again, there are a lot of machine decks, and especially a lot of machine decks that can benefit from it. So I guess that's Konami's reasoning behind it being a short print.
Yeah.
Fucking bocce is disgusting. Let's move on to better shit. Hello, this is Onceagainhonest.
We're Onceagainkreig
And Onceagaindreamer.
And these are our foil pulls. Just here to talk about them. As you can see, we got the absolute average ratio. We didn't get broken. We didn't get anything too profitable. But you can see there's 1 secret, 1 ulti, 2 ultras, 5 supers, and obviously the notable dragons. First we have the Coyote. It's alright, but
Not the secret you
it's
want.
not the secret we want. Gauntlet Launcher, again, not really the best thing that we could have gone, but
It's alright.
it's stable. It's stable at this point. Right now you can see we have 1, I would say, cheap Ultra, and then 1 slightly more expensive Ultra, but what can you do?
Yeah.
As long as we have a few money cards. Then you have the 5 supers. Most of them are archetype specific, which makes me sad because that means there aren't any really, really stable cards that are supers, and you have to turn to stuff like Soul Drain, which are commons.
Yeah.
But as far as supers go, I feel that they did work the ratios correctly. You have the Mecha Phantom Beast,
Historic Sign,
which is one of the engine cards / beat sticks, which I personally really like. Historic Sign, which is the one hyped up card.
Yeah.
I guess Gear, which does work wonders from my playtest on DN. The Balin Boxer kind of made me sad because it is just an anime card to me, and I almost never use it. Medulla Chain Knights is a good card. Very, very stable card, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then obviously, just a brief discussion again, we have the rare elemental dragons / dragon rulers.
Yeah.
Which we'll be seeing often in this format.
Oh god. Oh god. But I guess we pulled 3, which is higher than the common ratio of 2.
Yeah, we're
so I
very
guess
glad.
I think that's the compensation that we have. So once again, this is our upside down tree of hollows.
Yep.
Hope you guys learn something about ratios and box openings in the future to make your own decisions on actually opening boxes.
Yep. So guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, this is our second box results. And if you like it, give it a like. Subscribe, maybe comment. Yeah, there will be more box opening later on in the future. And well, this is Onceagainhonest with Onceagainhonest and Onceagaindreamer, and
Fuck bocce bocce. Fuck bocce bocce.
And peace out for
Burn
now.
them.